coming into the Genesis suite at CES. It's Gary Cove Genesis. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Peter. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us. Tell us about the new speaker you have here at the show.
It's brand new. I finished it less than a month ago. This is the Genesis 4. It's my first 5-way design. And it's got the Genesis ring ribbon tweeter. It's got brand new planar magnetic mid-range. The familiar Genesis solid titanium cone mid-bass couplers. And it's got built-in subwoofers. It's got built-in powered woofers. 2 10-inch woofers, then it goes down to 20 hertz.
Where are the woofers firing, to the side or
To the side. The woofers power to the side. You're looking at the veneer. It's not a veneer, this is a grass. It's a totally different take from loudspeaker cabinet design that took me a year to finish.
Wow, grass.
Grass. Bamboo is a grass. The front is a grass. Instead of trying to do the brute force approach, massive weight, extremely thick cabinets, metal and so on, I've gone the opposite way. Manage the resonances and vibrations any loudspeaker will have to do anyway. A loudspeaker has to vibrate, otherwise it makes no sound. So what I did was manage it instead of trying to fight it. If you look at this, I left this open for the prototype. Maybe we might leave it open for the future as well. It's got a layer of high density fiberboard. Then it's got 5 layers of 3 different types of wood. Then it's got a medium density fiberboard. And then it's got 3 layers of grass, of bamboo.
Oh my gosh.
And when you look at this and you put your finger here, it vibrates here at a different frequency from here. Wait for the bit. It's a different frequency from there. So what it does is that it dissipates the resonances through the panel. Instead of trying to fight with it, I allow it to be live, and that allows for extreme dynamics. There's a nice pattern on the side, and that's textured as well.
Yeah,
And,
that's really sharp looking.
it looks good. It also helps with the vibration control, the resonance control. So you do feel some vibration in the cabinet itself, but if you look at the waterfall plot, it decays very evenly and very quickly.
Okay.
Because there isn't enough mass to store all that energy. Without all that mass to store the energy, it dissipates fast. It doesn't affect the music.
Wow. How long did it take you to build this and design this?
A year.
A year? Yeah.
Well, I started just a bit more than a year ago, but from actually putting it together, working out the formulas and everything, took me 9 months. Then before I even put a system together. After screwing everything together, it still took me 6 months to actually get it right.
How about that? Well, we'll sit down and take a listen in a minute. What are powering the speakers?
What's powering the speakers are the Genesis amplifiers. These are my 1400 watt ones. So 1400 watts, Class D, stone cold. And as we all know, the most important watt is the first watt, and all my amplifiers have a good first watt.
Oh, there
And
you get
it's
a
got
better
a lot
look.
more than that.
Better look at the side of the speaker here in the light. Looks really sharp.
Genesis speaker cables, Genesis interconnects, Genesis power cables. Then you go backwards. We are now playing the Genesis source, the G source. And the G source is a music server that is as black a box as I can make it. So it's a black box and it's controlled by various apps. There's no indication of format, there's no indication of resolution, because I just want people to get away from playing formats to playing music.
I hear you.
That's what it's all about.
It is.
You want
It's
to
all
play
about
music,
music,
it's
yeah.
all about the music. The preamp is Steve McCormack's VRE 1C.
Hi, Steve, and product of the year.
Thank
Great
you
product.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. I'm so pleased that you're enjoying it. This is the same preamp that you had there with the addition of the new display system, the digital readout for volume control. But otherwise, it's the product that you know and you had in your system and came to really enjoy.
Well, you coined the term virtual reality engine, and I have to say it's exactly what it did in my system. It gave me more virtual reality of the instrument in space, the singer in space, or the ensemble.
Yeah, exactly. That name really came to me one night when I was doing the developmental work, and I crossed a certain threshold, and the performance just really came to life in front of me. And it suggested this idea of, it was as though the instruments and singers and everything were right there in a virtual reality sort of way. So I said, yeah, let's call it the virtual reality engine.
Well, it's great. It's a great piece. It's I love that preamp. I tell you, it's going to stand the test of time. I just know it.
Thank you. And because of the technology being low voltage solid state, it's extremely stable and will deliver the same performance now and in 20 years from now. So that was something very important to me, was to be able to have a system that was extremely reliable, extremely stable, and consistent performance over long periods of time. So it's a piece that you can turn to and know it's going to work and deliver exactly what you expect from it today, tomorrow, and down the line.
Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much, Steve, and
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you, Peter.
For the walkthrough. It's a great looking room as always. I love the design of the speaker. I love the motif on the side of each side of the speaker, the use of organic
Yes.
material for the
Yeah.
baffle. I think that's really clever, and we're going to sit down and maybe cube some ambition and have some
Okay.
fun. Thank you, guys.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
September in Montreal, the air is mild and soft. Walking in the evening sunset, my thoughts are floating by in this also pink sky. A blessing that we all do share today, 'cause you are my man. That's where I am now. My mind is cool and calm. Yes, you are my man. My eyes are seeing clear again. Yes, you are my quiet strength. My happiness is you, and I am smiling for you. December in Montreal, the night is dark and soft. Snow is gently dancing on my face. Just close your eyes a while, let snowflakes from the sky and touch and kiss your mouth and smile. 'Cause you are my man. That's where I am now. My mind is cool and calm. Yes, you are my man. My eyes are seeing clear again. Yes, you are my quiet strength.
That's beautiful piano reproduction, and Anne is right where she should be placed. The decay of the piano was extremely realistic. That's some of the best Genesis sound I've ever heard.